We're bringing you developing news. It's 4 p.m. and the stories behind the headlines. This is Storycon. I'm Lingao. Some stories we're watching this Friday, May 24. More areas have been placed under signal number 1 due to tropical depression Aghon. As of 11 a.m., Aghon was last spotted 240 kilometers east of Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur. It is forecast to pick up intensity as it moves northwest until tomorrow. Aghon could also develop into a severe tropical storm by Sunday morning and into a typhoon by Monday next week. The Sandigan Bayan convicts Moro National Liberation Front founder Nun Miswari of 2 counts of graft, but he was acquitted for malversation of public funds. This is over the alleged anomalous purchases of more than 77 million pesos worth of learning materials when he was still governor of the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao. And President Bongbong Marcos is going on foreign trips next week. He is flying to Brunei from May 28 to 29 through the invitation of Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah for a state visit. From there, the president heads to Singapore for a working visit from May 30 to May 31. And joining us again, Ami Pamintuan, the editor-in-chief of the Philippine Star and a resident political pundit, Tito Ronald Llamas. Tito Ronald, wala ka ba alam sa Singapore? Baka mamaya may karera na naman.
Good afternoon, Ami, Ed. Medyo matagal din hindi bumiyahe si Presidente.
Okay, di ba?
Mga 1 buwan.
Oo. Sa lagay na matagal na yun, di ba? Pero ito sa busy month kasi daming ugong-ugong, daming mga ganap sa politika eh.
Lalo na, more than a week ago, sabi niya, merong blatant destabilization. Yung nagsalita siya sa PMA, di ba, Ami? Ito yung first time.
Wala na siguro kasi pwede na siyang magana eh. Pwede na uli siyang umalis ng bansa, no?
Ito malapit lang, Brunei lang eh. Tatawid lang siya ng Sulusi. So, yun. Ami, anong nyo? Paano nyo tomorrow?
Apart from yung mga binanggit mo na nga, binabantayan natin yung galaw ngayon doon sa West Philippine Sea. Pumasok daw doon yung monster.
Oh yeah, the
Chinese Navy ship.
The biggest in the world.
Kaya nag-aalala ngayon yung mga natin, the biggest in the world. Nag-aalala ngayon yung mga fishermen natin. Di na nga daw actually sila nakakapunta doon eh. Saka yung iba natatakot na baka nga arrestuhin.
Yeah.
So ayan, iintay natin kung ano.
China Coast Guard number 5901. It's the biggest in the world for all Coast Guards. Ang laki talaga eh.
Yes.
160 meters ba? 12,000 tons.
Yes, halos doble nung natin. Yung pinakamalaki natin, yun tayo 97 meters lang eh.
Oo, nagmumukha tayong bangka.
Oo.
Ano kaya mga armas ang dala niyan?
Ito, you can see here, you have an automatic cannon here. Ewan ko lang kung ilang millimeters to.
May mga ballistic missiles.
Meron din siguro. Tapos ito may heliport siya. So, sigurado may water cannon yan.
Meron ba diyang lugar para may lugar ba diyan para sa karaoke?
Lahat yan. May linig na karaoke mga yan eh. But here in front you can see already the automatic cannon eh. So that's pretty standard naman for most most of the Coast Guard ganyang size. So yun, it's the biggest. It's the first time, no? The first time it came that near.
Yes.
First
time. At saka sa Panatag sila, ha? Sa Panatag nagpunta. Baka lalong masira yung reef, yung doon, yung mga corals doon. Ang laki-laki niyan eh.
At saka ang Chinese Coast Guard kasi under ng kanilang People's Liberation Army ng military. Ang ating Coast Guard is civilian.
Military yan.
Yun ang kaibahan.
Ang sinasabi
may authority yan to engage in combat, ha? Combat maneuvers.
Ang sinasabi ni Ray Powell, yung the guy from Sea Light, they send this boat into specific areas to send a message directly to certain governments. For example, in this particular case, itong story nito ng Sea Light, January 2024 to eh. It says China's monster sends another message to Vietnam.
Yes.
This is Vietnam naman. An intrusive patrol of Vietnam's oil and gas fields west of Vanguard Bank. It was there to send us a
buti na
very
lang mga
specific
fishermen
message.
natin, no, speak Chinese, ano. Mangingisda pa rin daw yung mga yung mga militanteng grupo lang naman, pero yung ordinary fishermen, natatakot sila, humihingi sila ng protection from our government. So, ayan, titingnan natin kung ano mangyari. Baka may mangyari na naman dyan ngayon over the weekend.
Pero anong protection papadala natin?
Mismo yung ating Navy, mas maliit. Mas maliit yung ating Navy. So, ang ipantatapat natin dyan, yung mga bangka uli.
Yung mga bangka
talaga.
natin to.
Bakit hindi?
Ami, Ronald, teka. On the line already is Pag-asa. Let's talk about yung bagyo na lumalapit. Well, hindi pa siya bagyo, no? It's still a tropical depression, I think.
Hindi pa.
Yeah.
Pero it's the first tropical cyclone of the year.
Yeah.
Kaya importante. 6 ng flights ang na-cancel,
Tsaka 18 na tayo
So far.
yung nasa signal number 1. Let's get the latest
signal
on
number
tropical depression Aghon from Pag-asa weather forecaster Benison Estareja. Sir, magandang hapon and welcome to Story Conference.
Hello
Good
po.
afternoon po.
Good afternoon po sa inyo.
Magandang hapon.
Yes, sir,
Itong si Bagyo Aghon po ay tropical depression pa rin sa ngayon, so medyo mahinang bagyo pa rin. 55 kilometers per hour yung lakas niya at yung gustiness is up to 70 kilometers per hour. Last location po nito is kaninang 1 p.m. at 135 kilometers east-northeast of Surigao del Sur. At current movement po niya is west-northwest at 25 kilometers per hour. Base po sa latest stock ng Pag-asa, within 24 hours ay patungo ito sa direksyon po ng Samar Provinces, yung sentro niya. And then afterwards ay kikilos patungo ng Bicol Region. Then pagsapit po ng Linggo ay pa-northward, papunta dito sa east of Luzon. And then pagsapit ng Monday hanggang Tuesday ay lilihis ito ng direksyon, papalayo po ng ating bansa, talabas ng PAR pagsapit ng Tuesday. Sa ngayon ay signal number 1 po dito sa may Dinagat Islands, Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur, Agusan del Norte at ilang bahagi ng Agusan del Sur. Signal number 1 din po sa buong Eastern Visayas at Camotes Islands. At signal number 1 din sa Sorsogon, Albay, Catanduanes, Camarines Sur, Masbate at silangang bahagi po ng Camarines Norte. Paalala pa rin sa ating mga kababayan sa mga napagit na lugar, possible po yung minsang mga pagbuso ng hangin at yung mga pag-ulan din po posible, pinakamalalakas dito sa may Albay, Sorsogon within 24 hours, ganyan din sa Northern Samar, Eastern Samar, Southern Leyte, Surigao del Norte, and Dinagat Islands. Kaya mag-ingat po sa mga posibleng baha, pagguho ng lupa, at laging magantabay sa ating updates, makipag-coordinate din po sa inyong local disaster risk reduction and management offices.
Anong chance na ito ay mag-develop into a storm or a typhoon within the next few days? Anong porsyento?
As a tropical storm po, mataas ang chance na ito ay maging isang tropical storm by tomorrow morning pa lamang. And then pagsapit po ng Sunday, posible siyang lumakas pa into a typhoon po habang nasa east of Cagayan.
Anong mga factors or variables yung titignan nyo para ito ay ma-develop into a typhoon?
Yung isa sa mga factors po talaga ay yung mainit na karagatan. Isa sa mga nagsusupply yan ng enerhiya dun sa ating bagyo para lumakas pa.
Mukha ba sa
Ano po
mainit?
yung forecast for Metro Manila?
Forecast for Metro Manila, possible po by tomorrow and sa Sunday, cloudy skies. Tapos meron po tayong scattered na ulan dahil dun sa outer cloud band.
Sir, kanina, Ed, on the way here, ang lakas ng buhos sa Quezon City. No, parang
Kulimlim na nga eh.
Parang bagyo eh.
Hindi na mainit eh. Sir, ano hong chances ng landfall nito? Mukha bang malaki bang chance ng landfall o mukhang gumigilid lamang sa ating lupa?
Based po dun sa ating latest track, posible siyang tumama sa kalupaan dito sa may Eastern Samar and then dadaan for Samar, Northern Samar, then maaring tumawid naman patungo dito sa may Bicol by tomorrow.
Pero medyo moderate naman yung yung power niya, no. So, sir, sabihin niyo na sa akin, tama intindi ko ha. So medyo moderate naman ang power niya, malamang sa hindi magdadala siya ng ulan, pero hindi naman masyado malakas yung mga hangin, which I suppose that's a good thing, tama ba?
Hindi siya tulad ng mga nagdaang typhoons po at saka super typhoons. Bukas na, posible siya maging tropical storm. Mga 65 to 85 kilometers per hour po yung dala nitong hangin. So, mas pakabantayan natin yung ulan.
Okay.
May iba pa bang weather disturbance? Halimbawa, low pressure area na nakikita kayo ngayon?
Up until end of May po, wala naman tayo nakikitang panibago magiging bagyo. But for June, ang forecast po natin ay 1 or 2 ulit.
Benison, kailan ba officially nagsisimula ang ating rainy season?
Yung average po is last week of May hanggang middle of June. Yan yung average. And
that
mukhang
early,
papasok. Apo, and mukhang papasok naman tayo dun for this year.
Sir, so
Ano po
far,
yung latest na sa La Nina? Kasi sabi, mabilis daw yung, mukhang maging mabibilis yung transition from the current, etong sobrang init, at papunta sa La Nina, mabilis daw yung transition. Tuloy pa rin ba yung forecast na yon?
Yes, kasi usually po, ang neutral or normal condition ng karagatan ay matagal, inaabot po ng 6 months or higher. But yung pagitan po ng pagtatapos ng El Nino at yung pagsisimula ng La Nina ay maaaring mga 3 buwan lang. So maaaring sa August po, after matapos sa June ng El Nino ay siyang pagsisimula naman ng La Nina.
Sir, you're projecting rains over the weekend Pero anong klaseng rains are we looking at? Malakas na boost ba na ulan na nakakabaha o nakakapag-landslide o moderate lang?
Sporadic.
Apo, malakas ang ulan na aasahan po dito sa Eastern Visayas, for Bicol Region, Quezon, Aurora, but for the nearby areas, for the rest of Calabarzon, Metro Manila, Mimaropa, Central Visayas, yan po yung mga light to moderate rain.
Okay. Yung cloud bands, hindi naman masyadong sweeping, o hindi naman masyadong malawak yung mga cloud bands?
Actually, medyo malawak po yung cloud bands, kaya lang moving yung clouds, kaya
Okay.
hindi sustained yung ulan.
Okay. So medyo kaya kalat-kalat.
Sorry po.
Kaya kalat-kalat yung ulan.
Basta po may ulan. For Metro Manila, mga light to moderate rains po.
Okay. So, sir, so over the weekend, maulan-ulan yan. Mukha bang next week mainit ulit?
Hindi, baka daw maging typhoon sa Lunes
Pero isipin.
Hindi, pero tutuloy ba? Tutuloy ba yung matataas na temperature pa rin?
Oo.
Kasi nag-uulan na Pero tuloy pa rin ba yung high temperatures?
May ibsan po, may ibsan. Yung mga inuulan ngayon, yung mga makulimlimang lugar ngayon, hindi na siya magiging dangerous levels of heat index. Pero yung nabanggit po kanina kasi, na by Monday ay may typhoon, tapos Tuesday lalabas siya ng PAR, yun yung time po na baka ma-enhance yung southwest na hangin. So baka may habagat po. Malahabagat na ulan by next week, middle of next week.
So maulan din ng middle next week?
Maulan, in particular yung Ilocos Region, Zambales, Bataan naman po. Yung kabilang banda ng bansa.
Okay, at least...
So talagang pahina na ng pahinatong init. Naiinitan kasi kami masyado.
Apo, nababawasan na yung init somehow.
Kasi kanina umaga, init pa rin tapos biglang ulan.
Yes.
Halos kasabay ng summer, yung rainy season Paano? End of May daw, magsisimula na yung rainy season. Kainitan pa yan Diba, Mayo?
Init muna, tapos saka biglang uulan po ng malakas. Ganun ang end of May natin.
Pero maganda rin yan, dahil pwede tayong maligo sa ulan dahil ang mahal ng tubig ngayon
Huwag naman. Ayaw na ma-imagine yun.
Basta po may
Diyan magaling ang
paliliguan na
Japan Ami. Yung kanilang tubig ulan, nagagamit nila
Attachment.
Nasa sahod nila.
May water impounding
Nire-recycle.
sila. Yan din ang magaling ang Singapore. Tayo tapon Wala tayong catchment.
Tayo, anong panahon
Sewer
ng
drain
Espanyol,
diretso
marami tayong ganyan. Nawala ngayon. Nung panahon ng Spanish period, halos lahat ng bahay merong catchment, water catchment. Ngayon, wala
Di ba
na.
there was a time pinag-uusapan nila yung tunnels sa ilalim ng Bonifacio ay gawing parang storage.
Pwede. Dahil ganun sa Japan sa Tokyo, mga kanyo malalaking underground
Catchment basin
Oo.
si Sepakulan natin. Baka may susunod pa yan.
Sige.
Sir, maraming salamat.
Salamat,
Pag-asa
Benison.
weather
Thank you
forecaster,
po. Thank you.
Benison Estrella. Sir, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay. At least lalamig na next week. Hindi kasi ang init kanina. Akala ko nga kanina parang...
Ang init-init.
Akala ko may ulan ngayong hapon.
Pero ang laking problema niyan, nakausap ko yung ilang mga magsasakala 2 weeks ago. Sabi nila, grabe yung tama sa kanya ng El Nino. Tuyong-tuyo yung kanilang mga lupa. At dahil yung ating irrigation system ay hindi ganun ka-efficient, ay tinatamaan sila. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa nyo ngayon? Nagkakargador na lang daw sila sa palengke. Dahil inaasahan nila yung calamity fund ay nandiyan. Wala silang mahanap na calamity fund. Siguro next week, tanungin natin si Secretary Chu Laurel, ano ba nangyayari sa suporta sa mga magsasaka? Tapos ngayon, sinalanta sila ng El Nino, baha naman ang haharapin nila sa La Nina. So double whammy sila. Sa ibang bansa, Japan, Europe, North America, yung ganyang sitwasyon, ang laki ng tulong ng gobyerno dyan. Sa usapin ng social insurance, sa usapin ng disaster mitigation, sa usapin ng maraming suporta. Sa atin parang kapos na kapos Kaya
Kasi naubos sa pagbigay ng ayuda. Imbes na programa, ayuda.
at saka flood control.
Ayun pa, flood control.
Flood control.
Dredging.
Saka, remember, meron tayo ng fertilizer fund na napunta sa mga lugar, mga LGU
Metro
na
Manila.
wala naman daw farm.
Sa syudad,
Hindi naman agriculture area.
sa syudad, sa Manila.
Yan ang problema natin. Yan ang problema natin.
Okay. Tapos, yung isang story kanina,
Ano pa?
yung bilas natin kanina, si Nur Miswari, si Maas, ano nangyari doon?
Si Maas.
Yes.
Mukhang matagal na nakuha niyan nakaso,
Ang
di ba,
tagal, ano?
Ami?
2001 pa yan, Ed.
Oo,
Ganyang
matagal na.
katagal ang ano natin.
Oo.
Ganyang katagal ang justice system natin. Sandigan pa lang yan, ha? Kapag ganyang convicted, aakyat pa yan sa appeals.
I-appeal
Pwede
pa
pa
niya.
siyang umabot na Supreme Court.
ano
Automatic
siya?
appeal yan.
Pero di ba,
Conviction
Ami, yan ang lusot ng mga ibang mga VIP na may
Yes.
ganyang kaso. Pag
Yeah.
tumagal, ay naa-absuelto sila. Dahil daw ang
Dahil sa kabagalan
justice
nga daw,
delayed
kabagalan.
is justice denied. Di ba yun ang ginagamit
Kung
nila?
hindi,
Oo.
yeah, delayed justice. Kung hindi man yon, pwedeng sabihin na yung defendant, ay ano na, humanitarian, matanda na, o kaya nagkaroon ng
Eh, si
dementia.
Maas,
Ilang taon na yan?
Si Maas,
Dementia.
80, hindi, 80 plus na
it's
yan.
true.
80 plus yan.
Hindi
Hindi
mo
naman
na
siya-
mapoprosecute.
He cannot complain naman of justice delay is justice denied kasi laya naman siya the whole time. Laya naman siya.
Hindi, VIP siya.
Napardon kasi.
VIP siya dahil yung
Ewan.
Ang dapat magreklamo yung
mga may hirap na nakakulong pa rin. no?
Oo, yun ang kulong. Yun ang yung justice delay, justice denied. Yung laya.
Walang pang ano sa magaling na abogado, yun ang problema. Nakita mo nga, Ed, hindi ba yung cheat case nga ni Chita Stella?
Oo,
That's just a very
tagal.
simple traffic
That was more than a
case.
decade,
Inabot ng pagkatagal-tagal. Sobrang tagal sobrang bagal
And
Kaya tingnan natin kung ano mangyari.
That's a good point there. That was not even a complicated case.
Yes. Oo.
Banggaan lang yun.
Nabangga yung taxi niya ng bus. Nabangga uli ng isa pang bus. Ano ba naman gaano kahirap yun? May mga video, may surveillance video. Ang dali-daling makita kung sino may kasalanan doon.
Si Bantag na, hanggang
Tagal-tagal pa
ngayon,
rin
di pa
yun
natin nahuhuli, Ami. No? Mas matindi kaso noon, no? Ang daming testigo, hanggang ngayon, di pa nahuhuli. Namamatay na yung mga testigo Kay Bantag.
Kaya nga, yun ang problema. Kaya titignan natin, pati sa mga congressional investigation, may nangyayari ba? Over the weekend nga pala, nag-adjourn ng Congress. Pinakawalan na si Jonathan Morales.
Okay. Okay. Yung sa
Putos ni
Fidelix.
Chis Escudero. Ayan, isa sa mga istorya.
Dalawa silang kinulong, di ba? Sino yung isa? Yung...
I forgot the name.
Yung galit na galit si...
Kasi ayaw siguro mag-alaga ng Senate ng kahit sino doon habang naka-join.
Yung galit na galit yung committee. Tapos sabi ang sagot tuloy niya, si ko-contempt ka namin, sige sir, may dala na akong bag.
Nakahanda na. Nakahanda na, no? Pero may mga binitawang salita si Chis Escudero na tahimik noong mga nakaraang araw
Si Bicoy.
Oo, nagsalita na siya na
Yes.
siya yung nag-instigate nung Senate coup at nalaman daw ng Malacanang after the fact nung tapos na. At least yun yung kanyang version, no? Dahil iba
Yan yung
naman
version niya.
yung version ni Mig Subiri.
Pero depende kasi kung nung what half of Malacanang.
Oo nga.
Kasi we always assume that Malacanang is one monolithic structure
Oo.
Like any marriage,
Paliwanag mo pa. Sabi mo after, no? Like any marriage, paliwanag mo pa, Ed, no?
Maybe I should shut up na lang. Tingin ko
Pero
ba?
may sinabi rin si Mig Subiri about yung isa pang isospetsa nilang dahilan pagtanggal kay Migs Ay, may sinabi din si Chis Escudero pala na mukhang wala talagang pag-asa yung charter change. Although susubukan pa rin niya, magko-consultation pa rin. So hanggang ngayon, nagtatanungan mga tao, bakit tinanggal si Migs?
Yun ang misteryo.
Diba?
Napanood mo ba yung
Yan na nga
yung last session, Ami? Puro papuri kay Mig Subiri
Yan na
Puro
nga
papuri sa kanyang mga kasama. At puro apology.
Ganyan naman dito, hindi
Puro
ba?
apology sa
Nakakatakot dito.
pagtanggal.
Puri ka ng gusto
Di ba? Puro apology. Pero walang mention ano yung dahilan.
Yan na nga
Walang pinagbayan dun sa yung pag binamatay ng Pilipino,
Oo.
kahit gano'n ka, mabait na
Yes.
tao yan.
Oo. Hindi, at least ako naman, Ed, kung sasaksakin kita sa likod, di ako mag-apologize.
Teka, sino gusto mong pakinggan?
Wala. Tayo lang. No? Kung sasaksakin kita sa likod, di ako mag-apologize. At hindi kita pupurihin.
So, iiyak ka
Sa
ba?
House din, mag-adjourn. Medyo magulo din sa House. Kini-question ngayon yung approval ng divorce bill.
Oo.
Kaya hindi pa daw itatransmit sa Senate yung divorce bill dahil, ewan ko, baka magre-recount parang Comelec, ano?
Talaga? May question sa ano? Ano magawa na? Was it Viva Voce o ano? O...
Kini-question yung number, yung bilang nung
Bumoto.
well, specifically si Rufus, saka sila, yung sa, I think si Villanueva, or,
Yeah.
at tinatanong nila
but
yung
how was the
bilangan,
voting done
one-third.
ba? How was the voting done? Was it Viva
yung-
Voce?
Kaya, ewan ko kung magbibilangan ulit. Parang Comelec nga eh.
Baka dapat
Siyempre si Edsel.
Dapat yung
Siyempre
mga-
si Edsel sinasabi, tama.
dapat yung mga misis ng mga congressman at senador maglabi sa kanyang mga asawa na aprubahan na.
Ronald, binibilang ba yung abstention? Kasi yun ang sinasabi ng mga pag sinama daw yung abstention, talo daw yung divorce bilang. Sabi ni Edsel, tama naman daw yung bilang kahit hindi isama. Yun yung final Pero kahit daw hindi binago yung hindi kinorek yung numbers, kung hindi daw kailangan isama yung abstention. Ano ba yun, Ronald? Ano ba
Hindi
yung
ko
rule
sigurado
doon?
yung rules nila no? May rules yan no? Sa Kongreso. Kaya hindi ko alam yung rules nila.
Is an abstention a vote
Kinorek.
for or against?
Oh.
It's not eh.
Oo
It's
nga
neither.
eh.
It's not
neither eh. So,
kaya nga abstention.
Wala siya, di ba? Oo nga, yun ang sabi ni Edsel.
Kaya nga abstention
yan eh. Paano mo ibibilang yan
so
no?
what does that mean? You disregard the abstention numbers and just look at ano mas malaki, yung vote for and
Actual
vote against?
voting. Oh.
Actually, naging
So
debate.
kahit daw yung original number, talo pa rin daw yung no. Yan ang sinasabi ni Edsel. Pero hindi ko nga alam kasi kung ano yung rules ng House.
Bago natanggal si Senate President Subiri, naging debate sa Senado yan Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng consensus? Di ba?
Oo.
Tapos napatunayan na mali pala yung Senate President.
Oh.
Dahil yung consensus ay hindi naman yung lahat lahat ng Senado. Consensus nung mga dumalo. Yung mga dumalo.
Kaya nga.
Oo.
Kaya nga. Hindi, sa Senate, ano bang bilangan nun? Ano ba ang sa abstention? Is it a no?
Abstention is abstention. It's neither for nor against.
Kaya nga.
Para ka absent.
Oo.
So, hindi siya dapat isali sa kahit anumang boto, di ba?
Tama.
Dapat ganun.
Na, I mean,
Hindi.
for yes or no.
Tama.
For yes or no, hindi ka dapat
Oo.
kasama.
Halimbawa, dito
kaya
sa
nung sinasabi
Senate.
ni Ed Salagman, talagang talo.
Halimbawa, dito sa Senate, yung bilangan, 15, 7, 2. Yung 2, abstain yun. Yung minority.
Kaya nga.
Hindi sila bumoto Hindi sila pwedeng ibilang dun sa ano yung
Yes.
majority, ano yung minority. Abstention na.
I get your point, Ami, kasi yung Wednesday votes,
Yes.
126 yes, 109 no, 20 abstentions. So,
Oo.
so baka by
Kung
some
idadagdag
people's
mo ng abstention, 129 yung
by some people's
bakit mo
accounting, ganun yun.
idadagdag yun sa no?
Oo.
Yun ang tinatanong ni
Pero
Edsel.
ang bawi naman book ng SecGen, nirevise sila yung number of yes from
Naging
124 to 131.
Oo. Kaya yan ang
Mahabol.
kini-question ngayon. Ang kini-question ngayon ng mga nag-no, sabi nila Secretary General lang ang nagbago niyan. Kaya sabi ko, magkakaroon yata ng recount parang Comelec.
Parang Pilipinas, parang election sa Pilipinas walang natatalo, lahat na daya.
Oo.
Kaya hindi muna itatransmit sa Senate. Kahit naman sa Senate, medyo magulo. Sabi ni Cheese, bahala. Wala daw party vote dyan na magkakaroon daw ng conscience vote kung sakasakali. Sabi ni Cheese. Ang divorce.
Okay, so yun. Tapos maliban doon, medyo tahimik ngayon ang Kongreso dahil silang lahat ay
Medyo tahimik.
nakabakasyon.
Nakabakasyon, no?
Yes.
Ilang kaya nasa abroad ngayon?
Diba? Sana all,
Hindi,
no?
pero tuloy pa rin Tuloy pa rin yung mga investigation, di ba? Sinabi na nga ni Bato na tuloy yung kanyang investigation during the adjournment.
Pero kailangan nyo muna
Hindi
mag-file ng
natin-
resolution
Yes.
Tama.
para
Oo.
hindi motopropyo yung kanyang
Saka hindi pa natin alam. Alam nyo na ba? Meron na bang yung subcommittee Parang walang pinangalanan
wala
na
pa akong
kapalit ni
balita
Sani
eh.
ang
Sa
gara,
House
no?
Bill.
Tiangara.
Oo.
RBH
wala eh.
number 6 special
Yes.
subcommittee. Again, it appears to be an ad hoc subcommittee. So, you know,
Yes,
They
kasi
don't-
kung yung si Robin Padilla, he heads the committee, pero ang gusto niya political reforms.
political, iba tinutulak niya.
Iba hugot nun eh.
Medyo mahirap-hirap yun. Saka wala naman siyang sinet na hearing or consultation during the adjournment.
Pero may sinasabi si
So,
Cecil na
yan.
ano parang ang sabi raw dun sa committee ni Robin is that they will resume consultations in a provincial level, at the provincial level dun sa kanyang political
Consultation for what?
consultations.
Yung political, revision
oh.
o
Political
amendment.
revisions.
Amendment.
Oh.
Although wala pa nga ata
Tsaka kung
nakaset, pero
provincial yan.
they will resume.
Napakaraming probinsya niyan, ha? Baka tapos na 2024, hindi pa siya tapos dyan. Sa consultation na yan.
Tsaka mas madugo yung political eh. Mas malabo.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, change of system yun eh.
Exactly. Although yan yung pinagsususpechahan ng mga Duterte na talagang gusto ng administration is political reform.
Ano kaya ang mangyayari?
Kaya mas mano siya.
Kailan kaya yung meeting ni Chis Escudero at ni Martin Romualdez, Speaker Martin, para ayusin daw yung mga gusot, ayusin yung mga tampuhan. No? Kailan kaya yon?
Within the weekend siguro, within the weekend. Although maraming nga nagsasabi, mukhang mas madaling pakisamahan si Mig Subiri kaysa kay ano.
Ikaw nagsabi nun, ha?
May mga nagsasabi niya.
Nakikitawa lang kami. Ikaw nagsabi nun.
Ayun kay
Hindi, sabi naman ni Chis, hindi naman daw kailangan mag-divorce ng House and Senate over charter change. So yan kasi yan ang raging issue eh.
LQ lang.
LQ lang, oo.
Sige, Bok, mag-break muna tayo. You're watching Storycon on One News. We just need to take a break. We'll be right back.
This is the Story Conference Group or the Storycon Group.
We've got developing news and the stories behind headlines. Welcome back to Storycon or the Story Conference. I'm Lingao with aming Pamintuan and of course, Tito Ronald Llamas. Matatawa ka. Movers and shakers in business share their outlook for the Philippine economy during Business World's Economic Forum. What key issues were tackled and what strategies were laid down to address them? Mobile Journal Merimon Reyes tells us in this report.
In an economic forum organized by Business World in Taguig City, JG Summit President and Chief Executive Officer Lance Y. Gokongwei emphasized how the country's economy would be boosted by having the state serve as a key enabler through facilitating the cost and ease of doing business, creation of job opportunities and livelihood by private companies, maximizing young Filipinos' potentials to be at par with the fast-changing times, and look into ways to revitalize the Philippines' manufacturing sector. Direct and indirect tourism should also be part of the economic growth plans due to the country's natural wonders and ideal locations for income-generating activities. In a separate speech, NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan also cited the need to make economic growth more inclusive. With the goal of reducing poverty to single-digit levels and to improve the lives of Filipinos, he said better access to high-quality employment and market opportunities and strengthening of social protection should be given, especially for lagging regions who have fallen behind. However, he also pointed out several factors that may hinder sustaining the country's economic growth. This would include constraints such as the poor state of the country's infrastructures, whether on connectivity like roads and railways, or within the digital sphere such as the internet and power, a notion supported by Globe Telecom Inc. Vice President Emmanuel L. Estrada. Issues related to this are said to have made operating costs higher than necessary and made local industries less competitive. Existing policies and regulations enacted on business operations should also be improved. When asked if geopolitical tensions, like with the country's currently heated debate on territory against China, would affect economic growth, Balisacan assured that the government is mindful of its diplomatic relationships and is working to achieve harmony across private and public sectors who have industry connections with China.
Because we are all part of the supply chain, a global supply chain. China is part of a major part of the global supply chain. Our industries are are connected to the supply chain. So you can't afford to isolate yourself from any of our neighbors. So we will continue to reach out to solve our problems, these geopolitical tensions in many fronts.
The need to raise financial literacy was also pointed out in the forum, as well as the benefits of public-private coordination to attract investments. The economy was said to have grown by 5.7% in the first quarter, slower than expected, and below the state's 6 to 7% target for the year. Mobile Journal Merimon Reyes, we are One News.
Okay. Ami, did you also see, may lumabas sa Politico and well, let me pull it up. Lumabas sa Politico and as well in other websites abroad, especially abroad in the US and UK websites. Controversy revolving around yung anak ni Kim Atienza at saka po ni Lito Atienza. Apparently suspended from UPenn, University of Pennsylvania, for taking part in the protest.
Occupation.
Oo.
In support of Palestine, Gaza.
So, nasuspend siya, tapos na-evict from the dorm. So, may backlash kasi she was telling some of her, yung mga nag-interview sa kanya, that she's now homeless. For example, ito, from the Daily Mail, UPenn student who claimed she was homeless is the daughter of a wealthy Filipino TV star whose family flaunts extravagant lifestyle on Instagram. So, may ganung backlash.
Kahapon,
just interesting.
Nakita mo ba, Ami, yung sa Harvard? 1,000 students yung nag-walk out during graduation dahil sinuspinde yung 17, 18 na graduates dahil ganun din, nag-occupy ng campus in sympathy dun sa Palestinian genocide.
Napaka-komplikado niyang problema nga.
So nangyayari ngayon yan sa maraming schools. Maraming schools nangyayari ngayon. At nagka-clamp down ang US government, especially Biden.
States and in some cases school administrations
Yes.
nagka-clamp down.
Marami
Ang
yata.
sabi nga ni Ronald, parang Shades of 1968. Ako naman sabi ko, I was only 1 year old then. How old are you?
1968. Kent State.
Ganon din kahirap
Kent
yung
State.
problema nun,
Kent
hindi
State,
ba?
may
It's a
barilan
very
doon.
complicated issue. Yan ang problema.
Pero yun, Vietnam War, no? Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Ito, pero yun talaga maraming American soldiers yung namatay doon. 55,000 no,
Yeah.
yung namatay. Kaya naging kwan yun.
Ito, Israel. Israel is invoking self-defense.
Yes, pero ang hirap kasi
Ay, mga komplikado to.
mahirap kasi mag-self-defense kung
komplikado
dun,
tong issue.
mahirap kasi mag-self-defense kung yung 40,000 na namatay, kalahati mga bata. No? At
Kaya hindi sinasabi naman nila kasi ginagamit daw kasing mga shield yung civilian at ginagamit yung mga hospital na headquarters. Yan ang problema. Existential yung threat sa kanila.
ang sabi kasi nung
Tapos,
dalawang minister sa Israel, there are no civilians in Gaza. Ibig sabihin, lahat ay target.
Isa pa rin. Hindi, isang problema talaga namang ginagamit sa mga babae at bata ron. Isa pa rin yung problema. Di ba? It's a very complicated problem. Mahirap magano
Pero malaking tulong ang Israel sa...
Minomonitor na lang natin kung anong sasabihin ng
Pero di ba,
international community.
Ang laking tulong ng Israel sa Hamas, biglang naging nakalimutan yung massacre ng mga Israeli
Yan
civilian.
ang isang problema rin.
Nakalimutan.
Exactly. Kaya nga sabi ko napaka-complicated na you are strengthening actually the cause of yung it was a terrorist attack yung October 7.
Yes.
Maraming mga talagang tinorture na
Yes.
babae. And we have to remember, kasama mga Pilipino na pinatay doon.
Yes, 4, 5.
At saka talagang tinarget doon ng civilians na talagang non-combatant. Pinasok sa bahay at meron sila talagang mga meron silang documented na talagang tinorture yung mga babae, ni-rape, tinorture.
Tama.
Hindi siya na-highlight. So, gustong itigil yon. You remember, napakalit kasi ng populasyon ng Israel And they have to defend themselves. They are staying in a hostile territory. So, yun, iniintindi natin. Kaso nga, sa dami ngayon, ang napatay naman sa Palestine, na maliit din ang populasyon, they are, inadvertently helping the cause of Hamas.
Yung sympathy ng mundo ngayon
Hindi natin
nasa
malaman.
Palestine.
Napakahirap na yun.
Diba, yung sympathy?
Napaka-complicated ng issue.
Pero mo, nagbotohan sa UN para i-recognize yung Palestinian state. That has never happened before.
Yes, for the first time na merong tatlong na nagkampe and mahirap siyang considering the history of Israel as well.
Including NATO.
The Jewish state.
Including NATO na head, including Norway na head ng NATO ngayon.
Okay,
Pero that's a different topic.
Let's head naman down south. Let's check in on Cebu, which has been placed under a state of calamity due to the effects of El Nino. We bring in One News Cebu desk and Freeman editor Mr. Dale Israel. Dale, kamusta dyan?
Yes, actually we're live here in Coron, Palawan for the launch of the sustainable water system that they have for the 13 barangays in the municipality. And we also have the topic on the Cebu on the state of calamity and, of course, Mayor Mike Rama's suspension update. So going back to the water system here in Coron, there's the local government here spent 222 million pesos for this water project, which is a level 3 system. And what makes this unique is the project from Palawan Water is sustainable, and they do not rely on electricity to power up the water system. Instead, they all use solar power. The 13 new water systems here are all solar powered, and then the important thing is it brings down the water cost for its consumers. Now we went to this island of Tara, which is in the farthest portion of Coron, which is home of at least 10,000 Tagbanwa tribes. They use salt water as source, and then via reverse osmosis system and desalinization, the people get water for drinking. Take note, they still do not use electricity, but solar water. And for those who cannot afford, they also have this high-tech communal water station where people are given reloadable chips or cards which they can tap to the computerized faucet, similar to how a piece of Wi-Fi works, and the people can actually get water from this communal faucet.
Dale, ang galing yan, ha? Kaninong technology yan?
It's Japanese and Japanese technology. It tapped this, the Palawan water is tapping this Japanese technology, and it's actually making the the price of water is, go down because they do not use electricity. And I think it's point something 80 something per cubic meter of water.
Ami, last year, pinadala ko nung French Embassy sa Singapore para i-observe yung kanilang
Desalination.
multifaceted solar power, desalination, at saka hydrogen conversion. So yung solar power, ginagamit nila para i-desalinate yung tubig dagat para siya ay magamit sa agriculture. No? At the same time, hinihiwalay nila yung hydrogen to power yung kanilang mga electric vehicles. So hindi lang siya desalination, no? Meron din siyang pang electric vehicles na ginagawa. At ang sabi nila, this is so common na ngayon eh. This technology is so common at hindi na ganun kamahal, no? Kailangan lang talaga political will eh.
That's right.
Awareness, ano? Awareness.
Yes.
It's actually
So
mentioned
then, gagamitin
the
ba yan?
program in the launching.
Is Cebu looking at this Palawan thing?
What
Kasi
I
may
know is
problema
that
ang Cebu, di ba?
Tubig.
yes, that's the same problem with Cebu, and of course Palawan is also. I've seen a lot of the mountains here, and it's all dried up, and the water sources, the surface waters are also drying up here in Palawan, and this is a really good technology that can also be used in Cebu. Actually, in the program, they said that this is being used also in Saudi and the Middle East country, and also in Singapore and another Southeast Asian country. I forgot the name. That's what the Palawan water told us this morning.
Pero Tito Ronald, paano ginawa ng Singapore yun? Kasi for solar power to be efficient, you need to have a lot of land area eh.
Well, nag-reclaim sila ng isang isla tapos nilagyan nila ng solar farm.
Kasi
no?
kailangan mo ng flat area with enough surface area.
Nag-reclaim sila. Siguro mga, kano katagal ba yung biyahe namin? From Singapore, papunta ron siguro mga 40 minutes. So, nasa dagat siya. Ni-reclaim ng Singapore, tapos doon nilagay yung solar panels nila. Ngayon kasi ang solar panels parang plastic na lang eh.
Yeah, parang film.
Sobrang nipis na, no? Kaya madali na siyang gawin at inexpensive na. Tapos, at the same time, ang laking tulong sa kanilang mga electric vehicles. Na ang balak nila, by 2030, buong Singapore ay electric vehicles na. Wala nang gasolina.
Well, at least meron dang ganyang initiative din sa Philippines, ano? Pero reliable ba siya? Yun ang sinasabi naman ng iba na hindi ko alam kung tama yun, na kapag mahina daw ang araw ang alam ko ini-store niyan yung solar power
Battery.
Kaya may araw kaya wala okay lang Pero maybe you can explain to us na reliable siya actually.
Let's say in the island of Tara, they actually have a backup power generator in case the solar power bugs down. But the solar power is only used to pump up the water from the sea. But the ones from their water tank and going to the households, they use just gravity. So they put up these water tanks up in the hill, and then it goes down naturally to all the households.
Yes, may redundancy yung system nila, Ami. No, may redundancy. Kaya hindi nagbe-breakdown, no? Ang problema sa Pilipinas, ang redundancy natin kasi dito, corruption.
Para palang hybrid vehicle, ano? Kapag naubusan ng load yung nag-automatic na bumabalik sa gasolina, di ba? Yun so far yung hybrid vehicle Pero marami na tayo ngayon yung talagang completely e-vehicle. Alam mo, isa sa mga nangunguna dyan, China. mga kumpanya nila.
Yes. Dale, on a
Pero
different...
Dale, kumusta yung water situation in Cebu? Kasi nag-state of emergency na, di ba?
Yes, that's correct.
Tuloy ba yung state of emergency? Pinirmahan ba?
Yes, the entire Cebu province is actually in the state of calamity since Monday, when the provincial board approved a resolution declaring the state of calamity for the entire Cebu province. Governor Garcia issued a executive order number 9, which also places the entire province under state of calamity yesterday. So what happens now is that yes, what happens now is that there's a 3 million pesos each for the 50 towns and cities of Cebu province, which will be given by Governor Garcia. And Garcia said that if the mayors wanted to give ayuda, it should not be in the form of cash assistance, but food packs and other goods for the basic needs of those affected, especially the farmers.
Pero Dale, I don't mean to be...
But in the meantime, how's the water situation, Dale? Nagbabaldi-baldi ba kayo? Pila baldi ba? O what about nagbabawas ba ng pagligo siguro mga tao? Or anong situation ngayon?
The Metro Cebu Water District actually has a deficit of around 60,000 cubic meters per day. And this is what's being addressed now, the LGU. What I was told is that Governor Garcia said that they will increase the available water surface from Carmen, the Luyang River in Carmen. They will increase from 30,000, probably double it, and supply it to the MCWD to cancel out the deficit.
But Dale, I don't mean...
what we're looking at the...
Dale, I don't mean to be a spoil sport, pero question ko lang is isn't it a bit too late, a little bit late to declare Cebu under state of calamity, considering na may bagyo ng parating?
At saka, dagdag dun sa, Dale, dagdag sa sinabi ni Ed, hindi ko maintindihan dahil sa Kawasan, yung Kawasan Falls, ang daming fresh water at hindi lang simpleng fresh water, clean water. At tapon lang sa dagat yon. Hindi pa pwedeng i-harness yon?
That's correct. That's the long-term plan of the province to harness a lot of... Actually, each town of Cebu has its own waterfall. So it's throwing out water every day towards the sea. Fresh water, yes, that's correct. And that is what the province is trying to look at, how to tap it and connect it to the MCWD pipes. And on the question of is it a little bit too late? Admittedly, Governor Garcia said that it's the declaration is a little bit too late. She admitted that, but she said that the damage has been done, and the damage has to be addressed still, even if it's beginning to be raining now. Actually, it's beginning to rain in Cebu right now. Heavy downpour. I guess it's from the typhoon.
What's the mood among the people, Dale? What's the mood among people of Cebu? What's the mood among the people? Nagagalit na ba sila? Na hanggang ngayon wala kaming tubig? Bakit ganito?
I can only describe how the people are doing now, because people are waiting for rations, especially in the cities.
Yes.
Because it's about 3 months already, and their faucets are still, they're still in water. And then here comes the bills from the water, and the people are complaining and that how did they get this water bill when they don't have water for 3 months?
Yes. Are you seeing a political fallout from this problem, Dale? Dale, are you seeing a political fallout from this problem?
In Cebu City, that would be the big issue in the elections, the water problem, because there's a power struggle on the MCWD, and Mayor Mike is pushing for another board, and then there's this water crisis, and I guess people will still remember how the city handled the water crisis during this El Nino.
Okay. Ay, teka. Yung kay Michael Raman dismissal, ano na ba? Have you touched on that?
Yes. The Spanish Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama's appeal for suspension was dismissed by the Court of Appeals, which means that his 6-month preventive suspension continues. They filed this motion for reconsideration last May 2, and the CA dismissed Rama's petition last May 17. What is interesting here is that the CA cited technicalities on the petition filed by Rama. First, Rama should have filed his motion for reconsideration at the office of the Ombudsman before filing the petition for certiorari at the CA. Second, the CA also said that the original transaction receipts of the private courier as proof of mailing the petition was not there. And third, the CA also said that the copy of the Ombudsman order was a mere photocopy. All technicalities.
But does he have any other legal recourse, or will the suspension have to be served and implemented already?
Mike Rama says there's no word yet for Mayor Rama of his next step. And when Freeman called up Rama, he simply said that he has not received a copy of the dismissed petition. So, and he even questioned why the media was the first to know and not him.
Well.
Pero if kung binalik ng CA because it has to be filed with the Ombudsman, Mayor Rama can appeal before the Ombudsman, hindi ba? Tama
That's
ba yun?
correct. Yeah. But what we know is that Rama has a team of lawyers, and one of them is his own son, Mikel, and there's a group of San Beda lawyers, classmate of Mike Rama, who's handling the case.
Okay. Sige,
Okay.
si Del, pakawalan natin because we might go
Yes.
into overtime, and it's Friday. We don't want to be going overtime into our Friday weekend.
Yes.
Okay, maraming salamat. Dale
Yes.
Sel, Freeman Editor and One News Cebu Desk.
Salamat, Dale.
Thank you, Dale.
Kaya salamat.
Salamat, Dale. Salamat din kay
Thank you.
Enjoy
Pamintuan.
Coron.
Pupunta doon siya. Ba't sinapunta doon?
Sa Coron.
Okay, thank you, Ami Pamintuan, editor ng Philippine
Yes.
Star, at si Tito Ronald Llamas, ang ating political pundit. Maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa, and
Salamat.
thank you for joining us the whole week.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
Join us again on Monday, 4 p.m. for the Storycon. I'm Ed Lingao. We are One News, all sides, all the time.
This is the Story Conference Group or the Storycon Group.